Hey, it's Elisa here, doing my bag of the day today. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about a vintage find that I got delivered yesterday. um, I've been getting into looking on eBay for retired patterns and bag styles. Um, Something sort of shifted in me when I found a little Olivia bag in a thrift store by me. And um, I've always sort of had this resistance to other people's used fabrics for some reason. Other people's used fabrics just kind of, they just kind of give me the willies. So I tended to resist buying any kind of vintage bags or anything, clothing, things like that. But I don't know when the prices on the of the current bags on the website went up a little bit, and they discontinued um, a couple of bag styles that I really liked. Just thought, well, let me look around and see what I missed uh, from earlier years. And of course, I love patterns with critters in them, and I knew about the pink elephant breast cancer pattern. And so I was just poking around eBay, and I came across this Glenna shoulder bag. Is the I guess the precursor to the iconic Glenna that is being produced now. And I haven't usually been a big fan of this style bag. I think it can look a little dated depending on the pattern. I feel like in this particular style bag, the combination of the pattern with the style um, can either make it look good and modern or can make it look a little dated. And so for me, though, the pink elephants, I think, looked a little bit, I don't know, more modern for some reason. Maybe it's the sort of the graphic, sort of grid-like way that the elephants are lined up. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this just came yesterday, and I started using it immediately. It is in such good condition. I mean, it was presented on the website as new with tags, but I take everything that I read on eBay with a grain of salt. Any of the descriptions, because I think people are playing a little fast and loose with the terminology. It did come with the tag on it, but that's not to say that it wasn't removed and then reattached at some point. But it is in perfect condition. It doesn't have any weird smells. It's not worn anywhere. It's not grimy anywhere. I just started using it, and I never do that. Whenever I get vintage stuff, because I've gotten a few pieces now, I just throw them right in the washing machine. I've got one in there right now. I've got a Lisa B bag in it's Berry Paisley. That's in the washer right now. um, but I just love this. I love everything about it, and so I used it this morning. I used it yesterday. It's unusual for me to use a Vera bag, the same Vera bag, 2 days in a row because I like to rotate because they just make me happy, and I like to use them all. But what I did notice that I think is interesting, and also why I wanted to kind of do a video, is that I noticed it just felt different. I do have a Glenna shoulder bag, um, the only one I have, and I don't really use it that much because I do feel that it does look a little dated. And I noticed a difference. They just looked different right away. And so I flattened this one out. I mean, it came flattened. I haven't sort of uncreased it yet. And I got out the shoulder bag I had, the Glenna shoulder bag I had, obviously Savannah Rose. So this was, I think this print is 2007, the initial offering of this print. And because I do think it was re-released at some point. And this was, I think, 2017. So that just gives you an idea of the span of time between the manufacture of these two Glennas. And so when I flattened them both out and I put them on top of each other, so this, I'm lining up this top end And then, oops, get them up. Okay. You can see that the pink elephant one is a little hangs down. It's longer. So this bag is wider. The pink elephant bag is wider. And also, I'm not sure, it's cut slightly differently, I noticed. And I don't know why they decided to sort of tweak the bag style, but I definitely think they tweaked the shape of the bag. It's a subtle thing though, so I can't imagine that it's saving them that much money in like fabric costs or something. But anyway, when you look at this bag, you can see the bottom here and on this side, it comes out in a real like U shape, the U-shaped bucket kind of bottom here. It doesn't taper in. These sides don't taper in. They really stay out and full. And so this side of the bag is more straight up and down. Whereas on this one, you can see the side of the bags really taper in, the bottom. And so the whole shape of the bag kind of tapers in the size of the bag. And so it definitely looks smaller to me. But that aside, it's the shape. I think that subtle difference for me anyway makes this look much more dated, and the other Glenna look much more modern. Because this print, I think this print is very modern. So I was thinking, well, this print will prevent the bag from looking too dated, but for me it does look a little bit more dated. Maybe it's also that it seems a little bit more gathered here, and the folds and the fabric make it look a little bit like blousier and more dated. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, I mean it's a beautiful bag. It's very pretty, but for me, this one just really has a better overall shape. And of course you get that contrasting fabric trim everyone really tends to like, I think. And that helps too. It helps, just that little bit really helps the overall look of the bag, right? It breaks up the side panel of the bag. And I think that also makes it look a little bit more modern. Also needs to be a little uncreased. And I'm happy about that, because this overall shape thing, because I just, in a weak moment, also ordered another Glenna shoulder bag in a retired pattern, Moon Blooms. And so I'm hoping that the cut of that Glenna is more like this. I think it probably will be, but we'll see. Hopefully it will be. So anyway, I just wanted to share this bag today, and it's got the pretty coordinating lining, cotton lining, and of course the fabric zipper pull, the ribbon zipper pulls that everybody likes, which I think they're going back to. It seems like, I've seen some new factory items, and they have the ribbon zipper pulls, although I noticed the logo is different. It's not the script Vera Bradley logo anymore. It's the print Vera Bradley logo. Anyway, oh, and one other thing that I just feel like I lucked out on, at least with this strap, is that the fabric was cut in a good spot, and you can see that. Ooh, you get the you get the full elephant there in that strap. This one, elephant got a little cut off. The heads of the elephants got a little cut off. But that's that's always neat when something like that happens and you get good, lucky pattern placement. Anyway, so this was my bag of the day today. I ran out earlier, I had it, and it was my bag of the day yesterday. I have to tear myself away from it for tomorrow and go with a new one, but a different one. But anyway, that was it. That's my bag of the day. Pink Elephants. See ya.